Hey guys, Shani back with the fourth and final process video for this little Harry Potter mini series that I've been working on. So real quickly, I just want to explain, I printed all the leftover photos from this little mini photo shoot that I did before India went to school that day. This was for her Halloween. It was for Halloween at school. They got to dress up as a book character, and her and Phil ongoingly read on and off out of the Harry Potter books. And she has like all the picture books, so they have the really cool picture books that they read out of. And so I took all the rest of the photos that were left that I loved, that I wanted them scrapped, but they didn't necessarily need their own individual pages, and I just printed them in a variety of sizes. So they're all, it's like 4 different sizes, but they're all like, there's different amounts of each size and everything. So I trimmed them out and everything, arranged them how I wanted them in this nice little grid layout, and then with my pencil very lightly went through and marked where they belong, so that I can go in and do my stenciling and everything. I could keep everything very centered because I didn't want to start sticking stuff down and then it be like all on the left side or all on the right side or whatever. Anyways, so I did that. Then I go in and I've got the magical star stencil, and this, what is the ink color? Grape preserves, is that what it's called? It's something about jelly. And used the magical star stencil with that color to ink blend. And the reason, so I marked where all the photos are going to go because I want to make sure, first of all, I want to make sure they get back the way I had them arranged, because I really like how they were arranged. Secondly, I want to make sure that stenciling that I did is going to show, and it's not going to all be covered up by photos. It doesn't need to show a whole lot. Like, it's obviously not going to show the way it is right now, like super intense and vibrant, but I wanted it to show enough that you could see I actually did something instead of just the background. The other thing is, like, I mean, you guys know I love the sprinkly, messy, like a little bit of everything everywhere kind of look. But it also, especially for these photos, because there's a lot of photos, but it's also very, it's supposed to be like magical and whimsical. And so I feel like that textured background really adds to that kind of feeling. Then I pulled out, so I have the Distress Oxide, and then, and all the photos off camera before I even started, I backed with Fun Foam, so that this would go a little quicker and easier whenever it's time to come, and y'all didn't have to watch me fiddle around with Fun Foam to get it on the back of the photos. I also took a couple of those I think they're called star rings in the shop, but they're like little frames basically. I had 2 left in my stash at home, so I used those, and I thought that kind of added some whimsical to it as well. So after I inked the background, I used a Heidi Swapp like purpley kind of color to do the splatters, and then I used the Dylusions white linen, but it's just the ink, not the shimmer ink, just the plain white ink, which I've decided I absolutely love, and it's my favorite right now. So I'm using it on everything pretty much. And so I just start adding those photos, and over that, after I let it dry a little bit, I did that off camera, obviously, because I'm not patient, and you know, I kind of just set the paper to the side and like cleaned up my mess a little bit and then brought it back real quick. And then, so it worked out pretty well. But so I have all these photos arranged in this grid, and they're not, like the edges don't meet up, but like the middle edges kind of meet up, if that makes sense. I tried to make sure everything like gridded up really well. Personally, I don't like to do grids where my joints are all like different widths and stuff. That really bothers me, and I don't like my corners to be weird. So I was very specific when I went through. That's one reason I wanted to mark everything and like arrange everything beforehand and then go back and do it, because I wanted to make sure everything was how I wanted, because I'm not super particular about a lot of things, but grids I am, which is really weird. I don't know. It's just a weird thing in my head. Like, it really bothers me if it's not that way. On other people's layouts, whatever. But on my own, it makes me crazy. So, I pulled out some more wood veneer that I basically, like, I pulled out all my Harry Potter or Wizard wood veneer that I carry in the shop because I don't have a lot of photos. I have more now, I'm sure, or I will, because she does have a couple t-shirts now, and but like I really wanted to do it up on these photos because they're so, like, I mean, so Harry Potter. So pulled all the wood veneer out and kind of like split it up and was getting it all on these layouts just because I don't have any Harry Potter or Wizard stuff from any other collections, just my own. So I just pulled out all my stuff, and then everything else was like stars and magic and like sparkly things that were in my stash. Sorry, I'm like out of breath. Like, I feel like I'm just talking super fast and a lot. So one of the things I really wanted to use on this one was that wand hair don't care, especially because India's got the perfect Hermione hair. So it was just perfect for this. I mean, like, the hair was perfect for the costume, and then the wood veneer was perfect for the hair pictures. And then I used the Hermione, the little icon head, and then that's like on the circle, and then the character head from the character sets, and I used the one that has a wand because this page was more about her wand than anything. Well, and her hair. I mean, it was about her hair, but the wand as well, because the wand I cut out of some MDF on my laser cutter, and then glued the pieces together so they were thick enough that they wouldn't break. And then she got to design and color her own wand. The wand in the wood veneer is Dumbledore's wand, maybe? Question mark? I don't remember. But it's not Hermione's wand. But the wand India decorated, that wand is Hermione's wand. So I went through and made sure, and it was supposed to be like, anyways. So India got to decorate it, and you can see in the photos she's like showing it off. She's very proud of it. And then we also wanted to do up the hair thing with that. I pulled out that little London chipboard piece from one of the, it came out of the Brad's set, Brad set. But I mean, we don't travel. I mean, we travel, but we travel, you know, in America, little short distances. We don't do a lot of big, massive travel. Phil and I have actually never been outside of the country. Actually, he might have been to Mexico with the church growing up, because I think they did that a couple times. I don't know if he went or not. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But either way, we've not really been out of the country, so I kind of figured this was kind of a perfect opportunity to use that London piece, because most likely we're not going to go to London, or if we do, it's going to be in like many, many years when we don't have to take India with us. And anyway, so I thought it was kind of perfect because, you know, it was London and Harry Potter. Anyways, so I just keep adding all these little embellishments and things. There's some little metallic, not like shiny, but like metal looking star embellishments that I don't really know where I got them from. There's some pink puffy hearts from Bella Boulevard that are older ones. There's Pretty Little Studio word strips. There's a little pink bow from a Michael's package from a long time ago. Some brads that are just basic pink gemstone brads. They're from a couple different packages, but they were the same, so they coordinated well. And then some little pink rhinestone stars from my shop. And then lastly, to finish this whole thing up, I'm adding some sequins all over the page just to add some more shimmer and shine and whimsical, like, embellishing and sprinkly bits everywhere. So those are the pink, I think it's just called pink sequin mix. It's like pinks with a little bit of gold mixed in. It was supposed to be similar to like a baby set, like a baby pink. And then the other set that came out at the same time was like mint and aqua and teal kind of colors. So it was like the quote unquote girl colors and the quote unquote boy colors. So this is the pink mix. I tried to just pull out all the pink things and that kind of purpley pink as well, magenta, I guess, and use that. So that is it. I'm finishing this up by just adding more and more sequins. So that was it for this little series. So I ended up with 4 layouts with all these photos, and with, I mean, they're all like wizardy, Harry Pottery themed. Be sure to come back in a couple days and we will have the spring hop for my design team. It's something that they kind of pitched and ran with, and I'm all for it. I don't like to overload them with work, so anytime they want to volunteer for stuff like that, I am all for it, and I am totally going to join in. So we're going to do some fun spring layouts just for some inspiration and just, you know, for fun, whatever. So come back in a couple days. There will be a video, and then I will link everybody for that. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, please let me know. The easiest way to get me is always to message me through Etsy if it's anything shop related or order or product related. If you have any requests, anything like that, get me on there. Everything else is in the description box, all my links and everything. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and happy scrapping. Bye.